I'm just going to come right out and say it. I think that the AirPods 4th Gen are the perfect earbuds for about 80 to 90% of you watching this video, considering upgrading to some of the later AirPods that have come out. There's a ton to love about these and a couple of things that you want to look out for. So we're going to go over that in this video. Let's just get into it and let's talk tech. I'm Arnell with Ardently Tech, and out of the gate, let's just get the price and the specs out of the way. So these are the 4th Gen AirPods that come in two variants. The main difference is the base ones retail for $129 without active noise cancellation, and the ones I have include active noise cancellation for $180. The active noise cancellation AirPods include IP54 dust and water resistance, MagSafe and Apple Watch charging compatible case, a redesigned shape for better ergonomics, 4-hour battery life with active noise cancellation on in a single charge, 20 hours with the case, and up to 30 hours of battery life without active noise cancellation on at all. Also has spatial audio, adaptive volume control, and voice isolating microphones. So that was a lot that I just threw at you, but let me just say right out of the gate that these are extremely comfortable. They have really done their homework. They've done a very big case study on a lot of different ear sizes and shapes and everything like that to be able to redesign these to have a much better contour that fits in my ear far better than the original AirPods have in the past. I honestly forget that they are in my ear a lot of the times, which is really good because I felt that before with the AirPods Pro in the fact that they just felt so lightweight. And speaking of the design, it is worth it to mention that, of course, with these not being in-ear earbuds, these have a more open ear design to them. So with that, the transparency mode just isn't as good as it would be with the AirPods Pro. Now, some would hear all of that and think that the active noise cancellation mode on these 4th Gen AirPods are not good. And I'm here to set the record straight, at least in my own experience, that the active noise cancellation, the ANC, is extremely good. So the active noise cancellation is doing the same exact thing that it would on the AirPods Pro, but in my opinion, it seems like it's doing it a little bit better in the sense that I, in some cases, really don't hear anything around me, which is really nice. And if it's windy outside or if there's a lot of noise around me, it does a fantastic job of blocking out a lot of that noise. I can still hear some of it in some cases. I was really surprised that with the open ear design, you can get that high level of active noise cancellation from these, but Apple really did a really good job on the actual mode on these. Now, if you're deciding between the base AirPods 4 that don't have active noise cancellation or upgrading to these that do have it, it's about a $50 difference between the two. But I'm here to tell you that I would highly recommend getting the active noise cancellation model because you're not only getting that specific feature, but you're getting an upgraded case that includes the MagSafe and Apple Watch charging compatibility to it. You can, of course, still use a wireless charger or the USB-C wired connection as well, but you at least have more options to be able to charge. So if you don't have an Apple Watch charger near you, then you can use a MagSafe charger. Plus, you're getting an upgraded case that includes speakers on the case, not so much for listening to music because you can't do that on the case, but it's very helpful for the Find My feature. Now, getting back into the audio bits, the spatial audio on this is actually really good. And these aren't the first AirPods to include spatial audio. It's been a thing for a while now, but this is the first time for me that I've actually really tried using the feature, and I really appreciate it in these AirPods. Another feature that these AirPods have is the controls with the actual stem itself. So along with the overall redesign of the shape of the AirPods and the case being slimmer in this redesign, you're also getting a redesigned sort of shortened tip to be able to control the different aspects of your audio source. What I mean by that is you're actually either pressing or squeezing the stem itself to play and pause your music or to cycle between your active noise cancellation or turning it off. And so you're actually able to control it in a much more sort of ergonomic way that just sort of makes a little bit more sense versus pressing an actual physical button and jamming it further into your ear, something that helps to eliminate some of the accidental features that you could turn on or turn off by just pressing that by accident. Now, something that you also get with these AirPods is the optional head control. So you can answer calls or decline calls or certain notifications by simply just nodding your head or shaking your head to the side, which is actually pretty cool. It's not something that I would personally use, just because if I used it out in public, I feel like I'd look like a crazy guy. But at the same time, it is pretty cool and convenient to use, especially if you're just around the house and your phone is far away from you. Maybe your hands are dirty and a call is coming in that you really need to take. Well, now all you have to do is just simply nod your head and you're already talking on the phone. So that's honestly a pretty cool feature in certain circumstances. I wouldn't want to accidentally accept a call if I was trying to not take a call. So I don't know. It's just certain circumstances that I think would work and others where I just don't really care for it. Now, before I keep going, I want to encourage you that if you are finding value in this video, please consider dropping a comment down below and just letting us know that you appreciate this review. Also, if you have any questions about the 4th Gen AirPod that I'm not covering in this video, make sure to let me know down below so I can make sure to answer your question. And also, if you are a fan of reviews and wanting to make sure that tech is going to be right for you or for somebody else in your life, make sure you consider subscribing so you don't miss another review. So moving on to some other things, and these are some of the things that you kind of want to look out for as far as your expectation of the AirPods 4th generation. So to me, coming from a 1st generation AirPods Pro, the sound quality and the sound impact overall is very much the same as what I'm used to. Sure, the active noise cancellation on the AirPods Pro is going to do a much better job of filtering out the outside sound, but as far as the actual sound that's coming in, to me, I am noticing no difference. I have said this before, and we've said this countless times in the past, Adrian and I are not audiophiles. So we are not particularly experts on the trebles and the highs and the mids and the bass and all that kind of stuff. All we care about does it sound good, and does it do a good job of blocking out outside sound when you want it and letting inside sound in when you want it. Another thing that I want to mention is with the overall design between the AirPods Pro and the AirPods, regular usage around the house, they do a very good job of staying in, but there are more instances where I have to readjust the AirPods in my ear just to make sure they don't fall out. But overall, the AirPods do a good enough job of staying in your ear, just not so much for those hardcore activities where you're moving your head a lot. They're gonna fall out. It's just gonna happen. And the other thing that I want to point out too with the design is that even still with this redesign, there are still going to be some people that it just does not fit very well. And so I just do say that as caution, because they're either going to fit and feel amazing, or they're just not going to fit and feel very uncomfortable, and there's going to be a lot of readjustments. So I definitely recommend trying them out before you actually take the plunge and buy them yourself. But with all that said, for me, I found that the AirPods 4th Gen have just found a very good stride in all the things that I'm looking for in earbuds, to where I just don't feel like I'm missing out on much from the AirPods Pro. These fit my average daily earbud needs about 95% of the time. So do I really need to spend the extra $70 retail to get the AirPods Pro 2nd Gen? In my case, I've found that spending that extra money for that little bit of extra improvement in my use cases is just not worth it. Now, are there really good things and reasons to want to upgrade to the AirPods Pro 2nd Gen and up? Well, of course. In my case, it just didn't make sense to spend the extra money, even though I would have some added features that would directly benefit me. Those added features weren't enough for me to spend an extra $70 retail. Now, I keep mentioning retail because these do often go on sale, and actually at the time of recording this video, the AirPods Pro 2nd generation are literally $9 more than what the 4th generation AirPods cost with active noise cancellation at retail. Hopefully this whole video helps you to make that decision, and make sure to check out the affiliate link for both of these AirPods that I will have linked down below. That way you can help to support this channel, and I will catch you in either one of these two videos flashing on the screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.